All right, everyone, welcome back. We're a little bit late, just a little bit of technical difficulties. No need to worry, but we are here with Marshmallow Percent from Outer Wilds alpha version by Casual Speedrun. Come take it away.
What's up, everybody? Hello from deep space. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? Is my deep range transmitter working? As you can see, I was the NASA electorate to visit the Hearthians on their home planet Timber Hearth, and I'm broadcasting to you live from there. I am going to roast a marshmallow from every single planet. I say planet because, with air quotes, because one of the planets is actually a moon, the moon of Timber Hearth, the Addle Rock, and I'll be eating one of these every single time I roast a marshmallow. Now, this is, of course, the Outer Wilds Alpha, not the actual game Outer Wilds, which I highly recommend. Best game of all time. Seriously. Alright. Without any further introduction, let's get this show on the road. Time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. I actually just discovered earlier during practice that you can double input mouse and controller for extra speed, so I'm going to be doing that. Okay, that's one. Now let's jump up on top of this thing. And this trick's a little, well, tricky. It skips a lot of walking, though. Ooh, that was close. Okay, one more try. Come on now. Ah! I was just off the tip of it. And come on, come on. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna double input for extra speed, and we are zooming. Also wearing a NASA shirt. Let's go. Okay, we just get our launch codes, because they don't want us shooting off into space all willy-nilly. Red tape regulations, am I right? Alright. Now let's jump over this. You actually have to be really careful that you don't overshoot it, because you'll kind of like trap yourself in the village a little bit. Now, this is a run where you go absolutely YOLO mode most of the time, but we're going to be taking it a little bit safer than usual, just because if you break your ship, which is really easy to do in the alpha, there's just no going back. If your ship's broken, it's broken. And you just die. Like, you actually die instantly. Okay. Let's get onto the Addle Rock. It should be right around here. Alright, there it is. Okay, in the theme of going pretty safe, I'm actually going to use the landing mode, which I usually wouldn't. Oh, it flipped me around for some reason on the landing mode. The alpha's a little unpolished. Where is... There we go. Okay, I'm gonna get a little closer before we activate landing mode here. Oop, not quite yet. There we go. No landing mode necessary. We're actually going pretty slow as it is, so we can just land right here. Did I miss? Okay, let's reapproach that. The alpha is indeed very unpolished. Okay, there we go. Nice soft landing, right? Okay, that's 2. Nice soft landing. So what we're going to do here is actually use multiple thrusters. You're capped at going a certain speed if you just hold up forward. However, if you use your up thruster as well, you can actually slow down and speed up a little bit extra than you normally would be able to. Okay. I overshot it a little bit. We're really close to the sun. This is easily the hardest one to land on because you're so close to the sun. The sun is obviously a giant gravity source. You will basically just slingshot it half the time. You will basically get a gravity slingshot off of it and miss your target. We're gonna land nice and gentle right there. Enjoy the musical stylings of our friend's shirt. Okay. Touch 3. Okay. We're looking for Brittle Hollow. Let me get a little distance from the sun, and let's find out where that is. Okay. Because we're going like a lot safer than usual, we're actually going to be slower than typical, but not just slower. The slower you go, if that makes any sense at all. The planets are constantly moving around in orbit, right? So you're basically, if you go slow for one part, it's going to be slower for the next part, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna get a nice gentle approach to Brittle Hollow. Okay, start slowing down. We're coming in a little hot here. That's fine. Yeah, we're at good speed. Okay. Now let's find the smoke. When you find the smoke, you find the campfire. So let's do that. Okay, there it is. The Outer Wilds Alpha is, I'll just say, a lot harder to pilot than the actual game. And the game itself, Outer Wilds, is not exactly the easiest movement in the world, but it's a lot easier than this. The Alpha is really hard to maneuver. Okay. I'm actually going to fix my ship a little bit as well once I get out of here. That's 4. Alright, where is it injured? Actually, that's a little out of reach. Alright, let's just go. If I can find my... Your jetpack is also a lot weaker than in the actual main game. Alright, let's go. So instead of flying directly to... Actually, it's pretty close. Nah, it's faster to do it this way. Instead of flying directly to Dark Bramble, I'm actually just going to go into a black hole. Hold your breath, everybody. Beep. Alright, where is it? Okay. It's over here. There. Alright, fingers crossed we don't get eaten by a giant fish. Yeah, for some reason there are actually giant fish in this planet with 0 atmosphere. Don't ask. However, they're blind as bats, so they can only hear things. They cannot see you. Okay, let's start slowing down. Alright, I don't see the red. We're gonna have to look around until we find it. I don't see the red marker. Not that thing. Alright, we're gonna have to listen for the... Oh! I thought I saw it over there. Yeah, I did. There it is. Okay. Perfect. Ooh, actually we need to stop. There we go. I don't want my ship flying away. Okay, that's 5. One more, guys. Alright, we heard a giant fish, but I'm just gonna say YOLO. You only live once in outer space, so let's go for it. Alright, we should be... Yep. Alright, now let's find the sun. Find the sun, and find... There it is, Giant Steep. Okay. Okay, we're gonna roll. So we can now use double thruster. So I'm holding up on the analog stick and right on the trigger, and what that does is add to your movement speed. You take it at an angle, so that you're actually implying 2 thrusters at once. Okay. We're gonna go max speed into the planet. Here we go. Now let's look for the smoke. Oh, lucky, lucky. Very lucky. Okay, nice soft landing right here. This planet's really easy to crash your ship, like really easy, because the gravity's really high. And... time. Yahoo! We're in space, guys. Look at that. The musical stylings of our friend here. Now, if I've got a little extra time, what I can do a little something for you guys. I can break the fabric of space-time. Would you like that?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
We got a little bit of time.
All right.
Go break some space time.
Oh, my ship's about to blow up.
Nope.
Well, this has been the Outer Wilds Alpha. Let's go to the real thing, shall we? Where is Steam? All right, let's open up Steam. I'm going to have to reconfigure. Second, I guess. Sorry about like switching around in there. Let's see. Outer Wilds. Play. All right, give it a second to start up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna immediately wake up. We're gonna start with an already completed save file so that we can skip the segment where we're getting the launch codes. Here, are you guys able to hear that audio or no? Okay, I'm going to have. And I'm back. All right. Let's get in there, gamers. All right. Load previous save. You'll notice it doesn't say resume expedition. It says load previous save, and you'll see why. We do a little something. Okay, we wake up. We're going to rest for... I'm going to do a minute 45 or so just to be safe. Give ourselves a little extra cushion. And what this does is speed up time a little bit so that we don't have to wait as long. In order to access the high energy lab, you need to wait a little while, at least to do it glitchless. I could do it with the glitch, but it's not quite as cool. And by quite as cool, I mean it's not nearly as cool in my opinion.
The game still isn't showing up here.
Okay.
If you have it open.
All right, let me fix that real quick. And see if that works. Come on, work. Come on, work. Come on, work. That's not working.
Should, yes.
All right. How's that? Do we see it? Okay, I can see it.
All right.
All right.
If you can see it, it's gonna be delayed for me.
Okay.
There it is. Yep, I'm seeing it.
All right, let's get a move on. So we're heading straight over here. So I'm gonna roll so that the sun is underneath us. It's a little easier that way. It doesn't really matter, it's just personal preference. Okay, we're gonna have to start slowing down already because the sun is about to slingshot us really hard. Okay, there we go. Alright. Ooh, we're getting close to the sun. Okay. We're good, we're good. Alright, let's listen for a distress beacon. There it is. Alright, little treat. Little treat for you guys. Did a little eject maneuver there. Just fancy stuff. It's not necessary. Alright, let's... Okay, nice soft landing. Okay, we're gonna go in through this ship. Down through here. Now we're going to take this really treacherous path. Very dark in here. Okay, drop down. Through here. Okay, I wanna just barely avoid that sand. There we go. Okay, we wanna... Ooh. No, 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 no. I hit the sand. Bummer. That's okay, though. We can still make it by going... Can I get out of here, actually? I think we can make it out of here, but I'm not certain. Yeah, we can. We just go right back here. We can't go through the sand, though, unfortunately. We'll just try that jump again. Okay. Nice and easy. I got a little greedy. I was trying to make it all the way instead of touching down somewhere. We did it this time, though. Okay, straight through here. Hopefully we can still make it to the high energy lab. We should be able to. I gave it quite a bit of extra buffer room just in case something like this happened. Okay. There's our target. Ooh, it's gonna be tight, but I think we can still make it. Come on. Okay, it's not grabbing the orb. Grab the orb, bro. Grab the orb. There we go. Ooh, it's gonna be tight. Ignore it. Okay, we wanna go... Ooh, I might get crushed. We made it, oh my goodness, that was very tight. Okay. The window you have is pretty small to begin with, but yeah, crashing back there into the sand made it even narrow. However, we're still gonna make it now. Let me see, I think we need to go this way. Yes, it's this way. Wow, we narrowly have made this. Okay. And the high energy lab is just around the corner here. And what are we gonna do at this high energy lab? Well, you see, there's a little trick. Try this one simple trick at home. Astrophysicists hate him. Try this one simple trick at home to destroy the fabric of space-time. Alright, we need to make this jump. Okay, there we go. Alright, high energy lab ho. Okay, open up this little port view. Switch the power from the city back there that we were in, the city ruins, to the black hole and white hole creators. So you see what's going to happen here. I'm going to place a black hole and a white hole, like so. When something goes into the black hole, it's going to come out the white hole, like this. Do you notice how it comes out the white hole a little earlier than when it sinks into the black hole? Well, what do you think would happen if we remove that core before we see it come out, or before we see it go into the black hole? Any guesses? That's right, we destroy the fabric of space-time.
Ah, same thing.
Oops. Oopsie, teehee. Now we get a nice little kazoo outro for us. Thank you guys so much for having me. That's the end of the run. I've been Casual Speedrun. Good. Thank you for having me. Shout out to the Outer Wilds community. Shout out to everybody at Mediocres. Jio for putting it all together. I appreciate you guys. Mwah! That's for you. Mwah!